Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Firewall and SELinux disabling. Now, if you have two servers and they are connected with each other and they're not pinging to each other, for example, in the situation I have worker 1, worker 2, and manager 1. So this is basically after configuring your host entries. But if you don't have host entries, you just have to use the IP address to connect to each of this. So when I type IP config, I have so many IP addresses here. Please disregard this. The one which is a physical IP address which I have is ENS33. So in CentOS, it's going to be described as an ENS33, 34 likewise. Especially on the CentOS 9 version. So you will be able to see the IP address assigned to it, and you can pick up your communication using this IP address. So here it is ENS33. So you just take this one, which has the same series IP address. As you can see here, 10.0.15.137. One more confirmation you can take it from your VMware itself is that when you open your VMware player, you'll be able to see the IP address configured on your machine as well. So please disregard all those other things which you're seeing. So if you just right click that and go to settings over here, you will see what interfaces you have over here. So I have two network adapter over here. One is like the NAT. NAT is the one which you normally use for communication. And if you just go to edit and virtual network editor, you will see the IP address series for your NAT. So you can see that the subnet IP address talks about the series of IP address which you would actually use for your network. So it says 10.0.15.0. So which means that your IP address on your system should be as similar as it is, at least for the first three characters of your IP address. So that's just 10.0.15 should be identical, except that it will change every system. It's gonna increment +1 on this 0. So right now I am on this machine and I'm using sorry for that. So I'm using this 10.0.15 or 139, and this is 137. So if you ping this to communicate with 139 over here, so it should have a fluent communication with this. So if I just ping 137 from here, it should be working. If it's not working, it has something to do with your firewall or SELinux. Firewall lets you brings down your communication because it only allows certain communication to happen within the certain IP address range or port number range. So that's the basic configuration by default. Or else your SELinux, which is security enabled Linux, will bring your network down in terms of it is configured for a firewall setting so that no one can breach your system. So for us to communicate between both systems, it is highly recommend that we take down firewall itself, or we basically go for something which is which is much easier for you to do things in terms of communication. So if you have an issue with your connectivity and you're not able to ping each of these servers back again and forth, so you may have to work with these steps. So right now I'm able to ping it, so irrespective. So firstly, we need to understand the status of the firewall. So you just give systemctl, and then give status over here on firewall.d.service. So if you just type firewall and then give tab, it just go to the actual service. Now you can see that it is currently dead, or disabled. So you need to get to that status. Now, firstly, what you need to do to come to that status is that system control stop firewall D. So this is gonna stop your service from running. So just take this from here. So this is going to stop your firewall service, and then you have to disable firewall D service. Okay. So after doing this is going to enable you to do that. The communication, but it requires a restart. Just hold on for it. Now, get enforce is a command to understand the security enable, whether it is enforced or not. So you can see that it's disabled, but for you, it will be saying enabled. So to disable set enforce, all you have to do is you need to, update a file over here, which actually disables this particular the SELinux to be disabled. To do that, all you have to do is like edit this particular file, which is vi etc SELinux config. So in this file, you go to SELinux and it says enable. So here you make this disabled. You can also update it using this command over here. So this will also disable SELinux in one line command. But it's a better to disable this way as well. So it will be saying enforcing. So you just have to remove that and put disabled over here. And once you have done both these configuration, go ahead and restart your system. Now, after restarting your system, your SELinux should be disabled, and you should do the same step on the other system which you're trying to communicate to. If you have done the same thing on both the systems, it should be working perfectly fine for you. And if you have any questions, or if it's not working as I told you that it would, you can always leave it on the question section. I'll be able to answer you with all the information I have. Thank you again for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.